How are you feeling out there?
Feel good. I'm excited. Obviously a big challenge this week going to a team that was really successful last year and just pretty much added pieces. So it's a really impressive roster. Obviously a great coach. Quarterback's playing at a high level. Defense is playing, last year coming off a great year. So it'll be a big challenge for us. Hostile environment. We know that. We did it last year. Understand, just kind of what it takes to go in there and operate and try to play at a high level. But looking forward to the season starting and a new challenge.
What's it like to go back to where you ended your season last year?
To me, it's the start of something brand new, something totally different. Like I said, I'm just excited to start this season off. It is no doubt a big challenge. To go play their team, in that environment will be a lot of, a test early for us, and it's something we're looking forward to.
Come on.
Yeah.
But what's it been like with him so far?
Yeah, he's been great. His command of the offense is really impressive for a guy that hasn't been here for a bunch of years and understanding what we're trying to do, from an offensive standpoint. So it's been great. I have some experience with him in the past, and then obviously just been talking about it. He didn't get to practice a whole lot during training camp, so when he's been out there, the last couple, 10 days, whatever it is, 2 weeks, it has been really good.
From now until the end of your career, whenever that is, whenever you would go back to Detroit, it would be something special. For this game, do you take anything mentally and emotionally that can benefit you by having gone back last year?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think each game we play, no matter where it is or when it is its own singular event. Just because something happened a year ago doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Good, bad, indifferent. That's kind of how we live our lives and how we have to play. You go to a stadium and beat somebody doesn't mean the next time you show up you're going to go beat them. For me emotionally, obviously it just is a little bit different in the fact that it's not a playoff game in the fact that if you lose, your season's not over, you're not going home. Doing everything you can to possibly win the game, but just the circumstance of it being a regular season game is a little bit different, I guess.
Going back to Jonah and Steve, obviously 2021 switched from Austin to Brian at center. Do you draw on any of that experience at all, or do anything differently when a change like that happens?
No, I just continue to play, continue to try to push and help these guys, grow as much as they possibly can, and they do a great job of doing it themselves. I don't know how many guys we played at center in 2022. Took snaps from all sorts of people, so I'm not too worried about it. You guys, obviously have to cover that kind of stuff, but from an internal standpoint, we're excited about where we're at.
Matthew, after that last game in Detroit, how did you challenge yourself to grow?
I think every season you go back, you look at it, find ways to try and get yourself better. I think every year for me now is just how can I get myself back to as close to zero as I can physically, as quickly as I can. That takes more time every single year. And then also just emotionally kind of let myself refill the tank. It takes a lot out of me to play this position, and do it, for a bunch of years now. So just try to make sure I step away, get away. And when I did come back, just to make sure that I was all in, ready to go.
You mentioned Sean was saying, just given that atmosphere in Detroit last year, that communication is something that you guys could learn from or improve. Is there anything specific that you guys have maybe worked on, given that that's an area that could improve?
Well, I think we did a pretty good job last year getting in and out of a lot of plays. I can't think of one off the top of my head where we were, delay a game or any of those kind of things. We want to continue that. We want to continue to make sure we don't have any delay games. We don't have any pre-snap penalties, all those kind of things that are, going to get their crowd going, going to set us back, first and 15, those kind of things. So just continue to do that at a high level. But it is, communication in an environment like that is such a key, component, both for us on offense. They have to do it on defense in the noise. We know that. And then on the other side of the ball, it should be nice and quiet. But, I think for us, it's just continue to pick up where we left off, make sure that we're verbally and non-verbally on the same page as much as we can be.
Cooper missed a lot of training camp from the first 4 games last year. What do you see from him out there this year?
I think he's done a fantastic job of getting his body back to where he wants it to be as far as, feeling good, going out there running and doing all the things it takes to be Cooper Kupp. And I'm just happy for him and the way that he's feeling, the way that he can go kind of attack a week from a mental standpoint on, hey, how am I going to go execute, how am I going to go play, rather than how am I going to get myself ready to play, how am I going to find a way to be out there for the guys. So just happy for his health at the moment, and hopefully it continues to be that way.
By all accounts, the vibes were pretty immaculate last year. Is that something that carries over from season to season?
No, I don't. I think have a new set of guys and a new set of coaches, and so many new faces around. We got a new building we're in, so we're all just doing everything we can to work to put ourselves in the best chance to win. And the vibes, as you say, that comes with winning football games. So we're going to continue to try to do that.
You alluded to the challenges that you go through physically, mid-30s, late 30s. What do you think the advantages you have now at this stage of your career? And are there any older quarterbacks that you've watched through the years and seen how they've navigated late 30s to 40 and how they've handled it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always watching the game, studying the guys that were, came before me. From a physical standpoint, everybody kind of has their own stuff going on, right? My injury history isn't the same as somebody else's, so I'm doing whatever's best for me to try to be physically as ready to go as I possibly can be. Try to pick up as much as I can mentally, watching the game, and how can I create advantages before the snap, after the snap, get our guys in good positions to go be successful, and then just try to make sure that when my opportunities to make plays come, that I can still do that. And I feel like I can. Feel like I did it at a decent clip last year, and looking forward to the challenge of trying to do it again this year.
Do you ever hear in pregame fans, and specifically last year when you were in Detroit?
You mean like individuals, or do I feel the crowd? Yeah, I feel the crowd, 100%. Motivating factor, love it. I'm one of the guys that walks into the opposing stadium. Everybody has their headphones on. I don't. I want to hear all of it. I want to smell it. I want to feel like it's football, and that's part of football, especially going to an away game. So that stuff just motivates me.
But I remember last year we were asking you about going to the different locker room and all that.
Uh-huh.
Now, having done that, will it be different this year?
Possibly. I'll let you know afterwards. But no, I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be one more game comfortable being an opponent in that, in that field than I was, I guess, last year.
Matthew and Sean says he jokes often that sometimes you need something to work through, or like last year he said maybe you should,
I do not agree.
but you don't need more motivation or ways to get into that zone at this point in your career. But what, going into a new season, what is it that you sort of hold in your mind as you kind of need to get to that place?
No, I love to compete. It's so much fun to have an opponent to dial in on, to spend a week preparing for, and to try to get a plan together that everybody feels laser sharp on, and I can try to help lead the way from the guys that are on the field, and try to get us into the right place and let us go cut it loose. I mean, that's what it's about. You spend all week, preparing night and day, trying to figure out, hey, get yourself ready to go physically, get the team ready to go mentally, get the offense operated at a high level, and then you go cut it loose and let the chips fall where they may. Sometimes it works out for you, sometimes it doesn't, but I love that opportunity.
Puka had a great rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
Now working with Cooper in the offseason a little bit. What, if anything, do you think that he can improve on and heighten his game on this season?
I think it's just another year of experience, right? He's going to find ways to hone his craft and play his game at the highest level that he possibly can. He's a kid that's always looking for, how can I get better? How can I work an edge here? How can I, make it easier on myself mentally here, there, whatever it is. But every season is different. You go out there and play. He's going to be a big part of our team. We know that. Just excited that he's back on the grass with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.